Thank you guys for clicking on the video. I am back with another Franchise Hockey Manager video, and already you can tell the changes that have taken place to Franchise Hockey Manager. I've installed some mods. I know it has been a long time coming, but finally it's updated. Man, does it look beautiful. It looks great. I also have the jersey mod as well. I hope I do. Sometimes like some players don't change. Like you see Marcus Johansson, he's in uniform, but then we'll switch to like, yeah, Taylor's not really in uniform. If you guys have that with your mod, you just have to go to picture and then auto reload, and then bam, brother's looking fresh, and he has a little mustache now, little handlebars. I don't know if that's because it's playoff time. Let's check it. Shen. Let's check if he gets a beard because it's playoff time. No, so he stays. So it's not like playoffs related, but nonetheless, that is it. So everything looks really snazzy. Let's check. Yep, the AHL is there too. You have the NCAA. You have everything, and then I believe yep, and the minor league logos and stuff work as well. I don't know if this pertains to jerseys as well for the minor leagues. No, so it doesn't. It's just NHL, but I can mod those in if I want. But nonetheless, let's get back to the playoffs. So we now face the Montreal Canadiens, and we are 2-1 against them in the series. You pretty much know what our lines are looking like. You know how we are. Let's take a look at Montreal. Let's see what they're doing. Let's first take a look at their lines right off the get. And let's take a look at their offensive stats, who leads what, and who's doing what. So Pacioretty, for the regular season, is their leading goal scorer, followed up by Gallagher and Eric Stahl. So their first two wingers on that line, really solid. Galchenyuk, for at least goals, I'm sure in points he's got to be up there. Yeah, he's up there with 50. So their top two lines really do the bulk of the heavy lifting for that offense. And then for the defense, who leads takeaways? Markov leads for takeaways, followed up by Alexei, that lefty pair number 2. Subban takeaways down in, is he bottom 5? Bottom 6 actually. But what's SB stand for? Shots blocked? Yep. Subban's second shots blocked, and then in hits, he's third on the team. So Subban, their offense does, their two lines pretty much does the heavy lifting for their offense. Let's check how they were during the regular season on the power play team stats. Let's check, is it 2? Yep. Power play percentage, we're looking for Montreal. They had the third best power play in the NHL. And for their penalty kill, they were actually 4th in the NHL. So special teams has done a lot for them. And you would think, let's go to standings. Where is it? Right here. Let's go to the playoffs. So for Montreal to get to this point, they beat Ottawa 4-1, and they beat Tampa Bay 4-2 in that series. So pretty much they've had their way. They really haven't gone up against too much, and neither have we. We beat the New York Rangers, then we beat Pittsburgh. So now we are on to Montreal. And on the opposite side, you have St. Louis coming off a 7-game series victory against Colorado, and then Los Angeles pretty much having their way with Chicago and then San Jose. So we're not really going to, again, I don't see why we would change lines. We are going to go on to game 1. And really, Montreal, this is their MO from what I've put together in my mind. Their top two lines are phenomenal offensively, and special teams is where they win. And so if we can stay out of the penalty box, I know it's cliche, but if we can stay out of the penalty box, we've beat them 2-1 the season series. And there you can see the season stats where we rank. I would say stay out of the penalty box. If we capitalize on the peak of the power play, I think we're more talented forward wise in the scoring department, and I think we're better defensively too. And goaltending, I mean, they have Carey Price, but look at the starting goaltenders. We have a better save percentage and a better record. Now I know there's a lot of factors that play into it, but still, nonetheless, we are doing a good job of what we need to do. So if we just continue, really, we should be okay. You look at the regular season real quick, 104 points, only 9 points back behind us. So they were a good team not to be taken lightly. Just because both teams have sort of had their way with their opponents in the playoffs doesn't mean we're going to have our way with Montreal. So game 1 at Wells Fargo Center. Sold out house. Let's go. Game number 1. Everyone's on their feet. The fans are chanting. And look, even the logo show up in the arena. So that's pretty cool. So let's start. Sim period. Here we go. We're looking. Okay, the shots are coming in. Look at Montreal pouring on the shots. But Lawton getting us on the board. Look at that. Lawton on Carey Price from the face-off dot. Pretty much exactly. So we're waiting. We can't. Okay, look at this. So, something must have went down because we have 3-on-3. So something must have happened towards the end of the period. 3-on-3 hockey. So here we go. We're up 1-0. Lawton we saw right there, sharp angle. Let's see what happens in the second period. Pretty much nothing. Oh, this is a fast sim too. We kill the PK. All right, we were on the PK and we kill it. And will we? Oh, and Simmons scores to go 2-0 against Montreal. But then Gallagher strikes right back. So was it Simmons? Yeah, Simmons scored on Price, and the assist was Couturier and Savard. But then Gallagher answers right back. So the third period. This is it. We're up 2-1. Let's go, guys. We have it. Oh, it's going through the ultra sim. Price guesses wrong and we score. Schenn puts us up 3-1. Can we hold on? Can we hold on? No, Gallagher, his second of the game, brings it within striking distance. Are we gonna hold on? Are we gonna hold on? We do. Lawton scores and we win 4-2. Lawton tacks on 2 goals. What a game! You know, we did. I didn't like the fast sim, but it got the job done. Big thing was. Montreal was 1 of 7 on the power play. So the PK shows up. Mason did his job. Again, Mason out-dueling Price. And you have to figure, too, you know, Mason faced a lot more shots, I believe, than Price did. Look at the shots. Yeah, almost 14 more that Mason had to face. And so right now, not to go in the Mason. He's playing really well. PK 1 of 7. I mean, that's huge. So we go up a 1-0 series lead, and you love it. Subban, how did Subban get second star, but he didn't have a point? I don't get that. Ballon scores even strength. Then Simmons from Couturier and Savard. Then the third period, Schenn short-handed. That's not very good to score to give up a short-handed goal. So everyone rests, and now today again versus Montreal at home. I mean, what is there to say? We did a good job. We accomplished what we wanted to that game. I just gotta watch the sim because I don't like how it goes so fast. You can't. Yeah, I don't like this. Hold on. Stop. I don't like the. I don't like how you can't read it anymore. I don't know why that is. Kulikov scores, gets us on the board. Oh, and then another goal. I don't know who scored it. We called him up. I forgot to tell you guys. We called up a new player. I didn't tell you guys. I forgot about him. Play. Let's see what happens. Oh, nothing. All right, so let's. Oh, and Price lets it in. Savard, I was messing with the simulation. I can't see what happens here. I don't know why that text went away. I wish I could change that. Oh, full game. Maybe that's it. Voracek scores another goal. All right. What's happening? Full shots. Oh, there it is. Full game. Okay. Mason got beat on the head fake. Man, it's so fast. All right, so we're up 4-1. I'm trying to like. Maybe we should go it on normal. All right, still goes. So it's simulating. It's going around crazy. Let's see what happens. I don't remember it going this fast, but we're holding on. We kill off the Seth Jones power play or penalty. I think we're gonna win. We almost have 50 shots and we win 4-1. So we win 4-1. I was sort of messing with some stuff, but Nicholas, who we called up in the draft, I accidentally hit. So Nicholas, the story behind him is I was trying to figure out the mods, and I actually had AI set up organization, and they called him up. He's a rookie. And they called him up. He was in the minor league system. We picked him up 48th in the draft, in the 2014 draft. He was called up to the Flyers, and we sent him back down to for roster space. But he's a goal scorer. You see offensively, he's really talented. He has great acceleration. And right now, if you're trying to figure out where he is on the lines, he's a he's third line, over Bone Jenner, which I sort of don't like. I may switch that. We have Ribeiro on the bench. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch that just because I like Bone Jenner overall more as a player, and the thing is, I'm just trying to think. Offensively, he does fit with that line with Gagne and Lawton. That third line has been clicking, so I'll keep it the way it is. So anyways, back to this 4-1 victory. The big thing was, again, the PK 1 for 5. We did a great job doing what we wanted to do. And once again, Mason out-duels Price, but give Price credit, he faced almost 50 shots. So you guys can gather up from the stats what you want to see. You can pause it anywhere you'd like to get more information about what happened. So we're going to continue on. I don't know why. Maybe I'm bugging out, but I think the sim speed has changed. It goes so much faster. I don't know if it's because I double hit simulation, but we're 2-0. Nevertheless, we're 2-0. We won both our games at home. Again, our goal is to make it back to the Stanley Cup and win. So, it's again, I think we win at home, which is what we need to do. And as long as we can continue to win at home and then steal a game on the road, we should be good. So I'm just checking. It really bugged me, that game. I don't know why, but it really bugged me that the sim, like, I couldn't understand what was going on. Maybe it was always like that. Maybe I should well, let's see. We're going to sim period. We're at Montreal. We have to win on the road. Let's see if we can do this. So we're going to sim. Yeah, so it just goes. So maybe it was always like that. Maybe I should just change it to action condensed. Maybe that's it. Anyways, nonetheless. Here we go. We score. Schenn puts us on the board 1-0. Again, we're scoring first, which is what I like. Okay. So we're up 14 to 9 shots. You can see from the team stats, the big thing, we're blocking shots. We're doing all the right things. I mean, I would like another goal. But there it is. Mason can't handle it. And so Eric Stahl ties it up from the spot right here. But nonetheless, I think we're getting more shots. And just like that, Giroux finally comes through, puts a goal on the board for Philadelphia, and we kill off their Montreal's power play. So we're up 2-1. I think I'm just going to go scoring summary to keep that thing bouncing around because I think it's a little bit much to take in. So here we go. We're going to continue. We're looking to continue to outshoot Montreal and not give up penalties. And I think that's a recipe for success. Even strength, and we're going to lock it up. 2-1 victory for the boys. We only allowed 18 shots on goal. We outshot Montreal 41-18. I mean, Mason is playing so well right now. And we are about to sweep again. Another team potentially. And we play well. And I tell you what, man, it has clicked for this team. We only gave up 2 penalties. The only stat I really don't like is we are 1 of 7 on the power play. That needs to change. I'm not really a fan of that. And look at all these. We had a 5-on-3 right here. Couldn't capitalize. So I don't like the power play stats. But again, we're doing everything else right, I think. And so let's see. This is a chance to sweep Montreal. And let's update you guys around the NHL as to what is happening in the NHL for the playoffs right now. Let's take a look. Standings, my apologies. Let's go to playoffs. All right. So LA and St. Louis, they are sort of pivotal. Game 4 can really tilt the series one way or the other. LA looking to even up the series, and St. Louis looking to take that commanding 3-1 lead. And you guys are familiar with what's happening in the Eastern Conference. So today, on the road again, and we are playing for the sweep. Top 2 lines. I mean, this team is a well-built team. Defensively, forwards, defense, we really retooled and made some big acquisitions in the offseason. It is paying off. Montreal, we saw it from the MO, their special teams. They've sort of, their PK showed up. Power play is a little bit iffy. Even strength, though, they just can't compete with us. They only have 2 lines, and even out of their 2 lines, you can really make a case that's really, for the regular season at least, it was Eric Stahl, Pacioretty, and Gallagher doing the heavy lifting offensively. So, but nonetheless, goals, they were ranked 6th in the regular season. They were ranked 4th for power play goals. And so they have a good defense too during the regular season, but it just seems like we've had our way, and we've been doing what we need to do, and we've been playing our game. I mean, we've really been out shooting them. And so let's continue. Let's seal the deal, rest up for the Stanley Cup. Let's do it on the road. What a way to send Montreal packing, 9 points behind us in the race for the President's Trophy, and we sweep them. That's a loud statement coming off, I believe, a sweep of Pittsburgh. So here we go. Let's end the first period. We are underway. Montreal registers the first shot on net, but it's not enough as Morin, the defenseman, comes through and buries it to give us a 1-0 lead. But Galchenyuk, again, he's been doing the heavy lifting offensively for this team, scores, but Johansson comes right back and scores. Assists from Voracek and Kulikov. So, first period comes to an end. Big things was we talked about their forwards, and we talked about those first 2 lines doing the heavy lifting for Montreal. And what happens? First 2 lines scores a goal, but then immediately we have so many weapons. Marcus Johansson scores the go-ahead goal when a defenseman scored our first goal. Morin, I believe he's a defenseman. It should be right. Yeah, he plays lefty. Okay, return to game. All right, so here we are, second period. Shots are 11-9, fairly even, but let's see what happens. Pacioretty scores from borderline the blue line to tie this game up. I don't know if that was a power play goal. I would have to check that. Was it a power play goal? I don't know, actually. I sort of want to check that. Let's check stats. Nope. Box score. Oh, actually, was it in stats? Power play goals. Oh, we scored a power play goal. Wait a minute. I thought they did have a power play. Maybe I was wrong. We scored on the power play. All right, they scored even strength. Max Pacioretty shooting from like the blue line. Maybe it was on the rush. I don't know. But nevertheless, third period deadlocked at 2. This is it. The sweep happens tonight, or maybe Montreal gets some steam going and they could push this series within 2-game deficit. And Sherbake puts the Montreal Canadiens up 3-2. Can we respond in the waning moments? No. So Montreal is able to win a game. And shots were relatively close. All the stats you can see. Takeaways, pretty much even. Hits, face-offs. I mean, it seems like it could have been one of those games where it could have gone either way. Maybe the bounces, bounced for them that night. But again, we played well. We just couldn't respond. We scored 2 goals in the first period, but then we were held silent the rest of the game. We didn't take too many penalty minutes. I mean, you don't know where you put the blame on that game. I mean, it's only one game. Even in shots, you can see on goal, pretty much deadlocked. So I don't know. Maybe it's an anomaly. Maybe it's a one-time thing. Not to dwell on it. We're coming back home to Wells Fargo Center. Focus on what we've been doing right, and play our game. We're not going to change the lines. Play our game. Let's seal it in front of the home fans. All right, this is it. Don't let this go back to Montreal on the road. Let's close it out right now. Game number 5. Can we win? Power play, and we score. Voracek comes through on the power play 1-for-1. That was big. So here we are. We're waiting. No penalties yet. Oh, we're on the power play. Okay, we're on a power play. We have about a minute left. But Voracek scores first, which is what we need. Let's see what happens in the second. All right, so Montreal kills the power play, or kills the penalty, I should say. We're waiting. Shots are about even. We're just waiting, seeing what happens. No penalty still, and there it is. Galchenyuk scores to tie the game. So again, Montreal chipping away. Every time we get the lead, they come back. So far, these past 2 games, I don't know what has happened. But Montreal has it tied. 1 period left. Come on, Philadelphia. We kill the penalty. Oh, and there it is. Jenner, 4th line. Boom. Jenner gives us the go-ahead goal. Can we hold on? 4 minutes left. 4-on-4. Montreal goes home packing, and we end it in a 5-game series. Bone Jenner puts us up 2-1, and we did not look back. Was it even strength? It was. Marcus Johansson. I don't know how that happened. Even strength, how Marcus Johansson and Bone Jenner end up the 4th and first line, maybe. Or is it second? I would have to check. Let me double check that. Yeah, second line. I don't know how Jenner. I don't know how Johansson assists on Jenner's play. That's a weird sequence, but nonetheless, we'll take it. We got outshot that game, but we stood tall. Let's check the stats. We killed every power play, or every penalty, I should say, we gave up. We played well. Team held it down, and I must say, they answered back. It was tied even. And Bone Jenner, I said we have so many more weapons than Montreal, and finally that depth. I mean, look at Jenner. He was a great person to pick up. He's all around solid. He really is. And at age 23, his contract is $3 million, but he's such a great player. Love his contract for what he does. He does everything right, and his mental is good as well. So we win, and now we wait. We are going to check what is happening out west. 3-1. It could be over for the Kings. We are going to simulate, and we are going to find out. And as soon as I say it, bam, there it is. 4-1. St. Louis will verse Philadelphia in the Stanley Cup. Back-to-back Stanley Cup appearances for the Philadelphia Flyers, and we are hoping it is different than last season. Just to recap before we go, last season we played very well, but we lost in the Stanley Cup Finals. We lost, I don't know, can we check the stats? I want to know if we can actually see the playoffs of that, like see the stats in the games of that season. Let's check. Is this? No, this is us. This is us, yeah. All right, well, nonetheless, it's in the videos. You guys know what happened. We lost. We've made it back, and here we are, the Stanley Cup Finals versus the St. Louis Blues. We're going to take a quick, and I mean a quick look to give you the breakdown about what's going on with them. They look solid. They were 108 points, so again, they were 5 points behind us. We will do a full breakdown in the next video, and we will have the Stanley Cup Finals. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like because I greatly appreciate it. Guys, let me know if you liked the logos also being in the game. That's fun. I mean, it gives the game, it takes it to a whole nother level presentation-wise. I mean, I love it. I love clicking on player, and you can see him in uniform. So I'm having a great time. I think installing the mods, it took too long. But let me know what you guys think. I am Sully. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next episode.